Losing fertilizer is something all farmers don't want to see happen, so they're turning to conservation practices and nutrient stabilizers. Tim Book is here with Verdesian Life Sciences. Thanks for being here, Tim.
Thank you, David.
We're here at the Iowa Power Farming Show, and Tim, let's first talk about phosphorus. How exactly does that leave the field, and how do you keep it on?
Great question, David. As most producers know, up to anywhere from 75 to 95% of the phosphorus that they apply to their field will be tied or locked up in the soil due to the soil characteristics and the exchange of positive and negative charges. So with that being tied up, if you have soil erosion, that phosphorus molecule travels with the soil and into a stream and down the river and probably ends up in the Gulf of Mexico.
How does a stabilizer help prevent that then?
Well, great question. At Verdesian Life Sciences, we have a product called AVAIL Phosphorus Fertilizer Enhancer, which protects that phosphorus fertilizer from being tied or locked up, thus providing more phosphorus availability to the plant, which enables the plant to have bring more phosphorus into the plant and give it a bigger, more aggressive root system and a healthier plant overall.
And that affects the yields a little bit then too, right?
Great question. Depending upon the cultural practices and how it's used, we consistently see anywhere from 8 to 10, 11 bushel yield increase, depending upon the formulation and the crop being grown, especially corn. Great return on investment for the farmer, usually about a 3-to-1 return on investment for the farmer.
Does this go alongside any conservation practices like cover crops or no-till?
It goes hand in hand with the current practices that are out there, the promotion of cover crops, grass waterways, also bioreactors and so forth. It's one of the tools in the toolbox to help solve the problem and address nutrient reductions in waterways.
Let's scoot over to nitrates. How does that leave and how do you keep it on then?
Well, nitrate is a byproduct of nitrogen being put on the field. And with NutriSphere-N nitrogen fertilizer manager, we protect that nitrogen from ever turning to nitrate because we protect against all 3 forms of loss: volatilization, denitrification, and leaching. And if you can keep that nitrogen in the ammonium form, which is the most stable form, then if it doesn't turn to nitrate, you have less probability that it'll get into the water supply.
And that's how you stabilize it then, right?
Yes, absolutely. We protect it and keep it in the ammonium form for much longer. Actually, through grain fill, we last the longest of all the nitrogen stabilizers that are in the marketplace today. And we also protect against all 3 forms of loss, which helps to provide a great return on investment to the farmer.
And what do you call that then?
It's NutriSphere-N nitrogen stabilizer.
Now, how do people find out more about stabilizers in general?
Well, one great place to look would be to go to our website, vlsci.com, or just type in Verdesian Life Sciences into that browser bar.
Well, Tim, there's no silver bullet for this. Agriculture's going to have to find a bunch of different ways to help prevent nitrogen and phosphorus loss. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, David.